सर आवाज नहीं आ रही आपकी। हाँ, सर आवाज नहीं आ रही आपकी। आप म्यूट है सर, अनम्यूट कर लीजिए सर। हेलो सर, आवाज नहीं आ रही है, अनम्यूट कर लें। हेलो। हेलो। सर आवाज नहीं आ रही आपकी। हेलो।
Hello, now you are listening.
जी जी, अब आ रही है आवाज।
आ रही है?
जी जी, अब आवाज आ गई है।
So,
ओके सर।
so I am discussing with you about tumors. And there, if you have not listened my voice, I am repeating. Diagnose. How will you diagnose the bone tumor? Bone tumor we usually diagnose with clinical examination. Imaging include radiographs, MRI, CT scan, radionuclide bone scan, arteriogram, laboratory investigation, and definitely diagnosed by biopsy. Clinical presentation. Mostly tumors usually found asymptomatic and detect as an incidental finding. Many tumors, however, produce localized pain or notice as slow growing mass. Sometimes it present with a pathological fracture. Really, you will find a fracture and diagnose a tumor. Don't ever look at the MRI CT scan before plain X-ray. So in plain X-ray, what you will see? First thing that you will see is the age. What is the age of the patient? And second thing, what bone? Either this is a humerus, this is a femur, tibia, ribs, skull. What bone is involved and what part of the bone is involved? Either diaphyseal, metaphyseal, epiphyseal. So you have to see. And third thing, size of ileum, either small or large. Margin, we will discuss each in detail. Margin, either well defined or ill defined. Any periosteal new bone formation, any calcification of ligaments, either cortex is eroded or destroyed. So these 7 things you have to see, just like a fracture, where is the fracture, what type of the fracture. So just like a tumor is the same, where what is the age, where is the lesion, which bone is involved, everything you have to see. What is the age? Age, because few tumors are common in before epiphyseal keloid. It's just like the Ewing sarcoma, osteogenic sarcoma, simple bone cyst you will find in young age. But if you see metastasis, usually found in 60 years of the age. So age is important. GCD usually occur after epiphyseal keloid. So you will find in 30 to 40 years of the age. So age is important. This slide shows the age, tumor, and the age of the patient. Okay. Second thing is, where is the lesion? What bone and what part of the bone is involved? So what bone, just like this is a tibia. And second thing, what part of the bone is involved? You will see both plates, transverse plate and longitudinal. This is a transverse plate, this is a longitudinal plate. Longitudinal, this is epiphyseal region, this is metaphyseal region, this is diaphyseal. So you have to see either is involved diaphyseal region, epiphyseal region, or metaphyseal region. Even just like GCT involves the epiphyseal region and metaphyseal region, while diaphyseal, just like fibrous dysplasia or MADS, even sarcoma, involve the diaphyseal region. So you have to see which region is involved. Second, in transverse plate, either lesion is central or eccentric, just like GCT is eccentric. If you see simple bone cyst is central. Cortical, this non-ossifying fibroma is a cortical. It's cortex involved. These tumors are cortex involved. Parosteal, just like parosteal osteosarcoma, osteochondroma, we will discuss later. They arise from the periosteum, like going upward. This is the most slide shows the bone and the most common tumor. If you see the head, enchondroma is common. If you see distal radius, GCT, you will find more commonly. Skull, MADS, myeloma, you will find most commonly. Size of the tumor. If tumor is small, most likely it's benign, but it is aggressive and malignant involved the large area is the most likely malignant tumor. What is lesion doing to the bone? Margins are well defined or ill-defined. आपको ये चौथी चीज ये दे. What is lesion to the bone? क्या करता है? Normally, they cause the osteolysis. If bone destruction is slow, naturally you will find a sclerotic margin around this. This is called a margin. Okay. So geographic pattern is that you can landmark this area. This is called a geographic pattern. Okay. Both hidden appearance, you will find small holes. This is called both hidden appearance. Usually you find myeloma, metastasis, or osteosarcoma. This is permeative pattern, more like multiple holes you will find. These are the different patterns. What is bone doing in response to tumor? क्या करता है बोल? या तो लाइसिस होगी, खाता जाएगा, या स्क्लेरोसिस होगी, या पेरियोस्टियल रिएक्शन होगा. Depend on the rate of growth, determine the type of bone raised to the tumor. For slow growth progress, you will find scleroderma. Rapid progress destruction. It is very slow. Bone will remodel also. You will find periosteal reaction. Periosteal reaction. Periosteal reaction will be solid, laminated, sunburst, या Corbett triangle. We discuss later on. Solid. You will find a focal cortical thickening. This is a solid periosteal reaction. You get benign lesion. Just like osteoid osteoma. Let's laminated periosteal reaction. One laminated or onion skin. Especially in Ewing sarcoma, you will find this type of lesion. Sunburst, a hair on it, periosteal reaction. You find it osteosarcoma. These are the periosteal reactions. Corbett triangle. See, this is a triangle. This is called pivot. It shows a malignant tumor. Is there any calcification of Leonbertus? You have to see either there is a calcification. If yes, you have to find out. Is the cortex eroded? Cortex eroded is soft tissue involved. It's aggressive or malignant. Second thing is MRI. MRI what? You will see stain within the bone, into the nearby joint, into the soft tissue, especially nearby major blood vessels involvement. CT scan. CT scan very useful early diagnosis intraosseous and extraosseous extension. Means within bone कितनी involvement है और outside bone उसकी extension कितनी है उसके बारे में बताएगा. And also you will find pulmonary secondaries. अगर chest में involvement भी है तो वो भी आपको CT scan से पता चलेगा. Radionuclide bone scanning. Radionuclide bone scanning usually do for the pre-biopsy staging. Tumor dissemination. Arteriogram for planning of limb sparing surgery. If you are planning कि मुझे इसकी सर्जरी करके limbs को बचाना है, तो आपको arteriogram to see the major blood vessels, either they are compressed or thrombosed, you will see. And sometimes it's used for the therapeutic embolization. Some vascular tumor you find and we embolize. Laboratory investigation. Usually we see the HB, ESR, alkaline phosphatase, serum electrophoretic pattern, and Bell Johnson brain, especially these are doing it multiple myeloma, acid phosphatase, prostate cancer. Differential diagnosis. Not every swelling you feel is a tumor. Sometimes there may be a soft tissue hematoma. Sometimes there may be infection of the bone. Myocyte ossification. You find calcification in muscles due to massage, stress fractures, renal eventual injury, gouty cough. Biopsy is a definitive diagnosis. Biopsy has two types: close, open. Close usually do a 5-needle expansion biopsy or 4-needle biopsy. Surgical or open biopsy, two types: incisional biopsy and excisional biopsy. Staging of the tumor. Staging for benign, staging is for related, active or aggressive. Second is malignant. Benign. Latent. Stage 1. Well-defined margin. You will see there is a well-defined margin surrounding the sclerotic, thinning but not deformed. Cortex is melted. There is no deformity. But it is stage 2, well-defined margin, but there is lack of sclerotic and cortex thin out. Okay, but it is stage 3. You will find cortical destruction. Malignant. Malignant depend on histological grade, also low grade and high grade, intracompartmental or extracompartmental, within bone या bone से outside भी involvement है, तो ये depend करती है classification इसी. Principle of management. If benign, if certain, observe. If in doubt, biopsy, excisional biopsy. If symptomatic or enlarging biopsy, confirmation followed by rejection of अगर symptomatic है तो आप biopsy उसके बाद marginal section करेंगे. अगर asymptomatic है तो observe करेंगे. अगर doubt है तो this slide shows the difference between benign and malignant. In benign, you will see well-defined sclerotic pattern. lake of soft tissue mass, कोई soft tissue mass है, solid periosteal reaction, geographic mode, geographic means you can name, okay, in malignant, you particularly is a four-bed triangle, four-teeth appearance, soft tissue mass, wide zone of transition. Classification of benign tumor. Benign tumor is bone forming. This is called fibrous dysplasia, just like a GCT, aneurysm, bone cyst, arterial bone cyst. So today I'm discussing with you some benign bone. If you have small, less than 2 centimeters, located around the diaphyseal or metaphysis of the long bone, they present with localized dull aching pain, especially at night, and bleed with non-steroidal inflammation. They show a small mass comprised of radiolucent guidance with the rim of reactive. If you see, this is a solid periosteal rear, and you will find a small lines. This is called osteochondroma is the most commonest tumor, benign tumor. Usually you find 10 to 20 years of the age, more common male. This is LCW find usually are asymptomatic affiliation. They show a pediculate body outgrowth from the metaphysis pointing away from the joint. If you see, this is a pediculate body prominent pointing away from the joint. This is called osteochondroma. Enchondromas, already discussed. Enchondromas usually more common in head and feet, but also involve the femur, humerus, RFs. They can present in all age, really well-defined osteolyte with calcification. If you see, this is here. This is called enchondromas. If it's going outside the bone, it's called chondromas. If it goes inside the bone, this is called enchondromas. Chondroblastoma is also benign tumor, usually found in young adult and children. X-ray, you will find a well-demarcated osteolytic layer, sometimes contain peaks of the calcification. This appear in epiphyseal, usually proximal humerus femur artery. You see, this is usually involved in the epiphyseal region of the kidney. This is called chondroblastoma. There also you see the involved in the epiphyseal region of the bone. Fibrous dysplasia. Fibrous dysplasia is a benign tumor in which replacement of the medullary bone with fibrous tissue. It can affect one bone or many bones. You will common in 30 years of the age, mostly asymptomatic. On X-ray, you will find a well-defined radiolucent cystic area, ground glass appearance, and shepherd deformity. There you see this is shepherd deformity and ground glass appearance. Simple bone cyst usually appear during childhood. On X-ray, well-demarcated radiolucent area at the metaphyseal often extend up to the physeal plate. Location metaphyseal of the long bone and most commonly the proximal humerus artery. There you see, this is a simple bone cyst. Involve the metaphyseal region, well-demarcated. GCT. GCT also a cystic layer. Slow progressive, pale swelling or pathological fracture, mostly present. And you will find a soap bubble appearance. If you see, this is mostly already discussed. GCT occur after the physeal closure and mostly involved in epiphysiology, and appearance is multiple so-called appearance. Aneurysm poses. Aneurysm poses same like the GCD but well-defined, essentially best, especially osteolytically, does not extend to the joint. जो इसमें आप देखते हैं कि ये joints is preserved, but अगर GCD में देखेंगे तो they mostly involve the physis, epiphysis, both it also destroy the joint. Non-ossifying fibro. Non-ossifying fibro mostly till 30 years of age, dual asymptomatic or may present with pathological fracture. On X-ray, you will find well-defined radiolucent area surrounded by a thin margin of tails, baby system. This is non-ossifying fibro. Okay, well-defined margin. Any question? Okay, who will tell me what is this layer? Anyone idea? Please write your response. Which bone is this? What is the location? Any periosteal reaction? Matrix? Already I discussed. Is there anybody that raise your hand if anybody is hurt? Age is mostly 13 years. Child was present in clinic with history of chronic right humerus pain. There is no history of trauma or percussion. There is tenderness on the right humerus, close to the shoulder. So age क्या है? 13 years. Location metaphyseal region. Margin 1A 1B means geographic. UK. Map this area. Periosteal reaction, matrix, null. Others trabecular strut you will find. So most likely diagnosis simple bone cyst or unifibril bone cyst. A 20-year-old male present in a clinic with history of chronic pain along the right tibia, especially at night. There is no history of trauma. Pain responds well with aspirin. So, if you see the location, this is the epiphyseal region. Margin, mostly geographic. You can landmark this area. Periosteal reaction, solid. Matrix null. There is nidus with the rim of reactive. So most likely diagnosed osteoid osteopathy. 20-year-old male presented with the chronic this history of pain and swelling along the medial aspect of the right knee. There is no history of problem. X-ray shows a pediculate bone knee overgrowth from the metaphyseal pointing away from the joint. If you see this is a pediculate mass pointing away from the joint. Location, diffusion, margin, well defined, periosteal, parosteal. This is a parosteal. Which is the pediculated mass to most likely diagnose this osteochondroma. Thank you for your consultation. Any question? If someone asks, you can. Any question? Okay. See you.
सर एंड कर दूं क्लास?
Hello?
सर एंड कर दूं क्लास?
What I say?
सर क्लास एंड कर दूं? हेलो
ये आपका चैट बॉक्स ये इस पे थोड़ा सवाल आपको जवाब सिर्फ वॉइस में
पढ़ने जवाब उसके दोबारा चेक करना पड़ेगा आवाज से आप जवाब we could not hear तो मैंने का मसला हल कर दिया था दोबारा स्टार्ट जी someone asked me how we differentiate cancer. So I already told that 7 points are radiologically for differentiate benign and malignant. And I show you slides. These are the points that differentiate benign from the malignant. In benign here, you will find a well-defined sclerotic border, lack of soft tissue mass, solid periosteal reaction, and geographic bone destruction. While in malignant lesion, you will find radiologically, all the lesion is larger than the side, there is wide zone of transition, soft tissue involvement, cortical breach. These all favor the malignant. Someone asked me, how will you differentiate between aneurysm and GCT? In aneurysm and GCT, both involve, GCT involve eccentrically involve the physis, usually present after epiphyseal keloid. While aneurysm, you will find mostly metaphyseal, involve the metaphyseal lesion, eccentric, and on MRI, due to blood vessels, you will find multiple fluid levels. Differentiate points mostly as a students you remember the radiological finding. I already told you the 7 things that you should remember to differentiate benign between malignant. And these are the findings I already you see. This is a differentiate point. Always in X-ray you see the age, where is the layer, what bone and what part of the bone is small, what is the size of the layer, margin either well defined or ill-defined, what is bone doing in response, is there a periosteal new bone formation, already I discussed the periosteal new bone formation, is there calcification of near matrix, is the cortex eroded or destroyed. So these are the 7 points you have to remember. Okay. Okay, everyone, see, this is a slide, mail slide. You should remember. These 7 points, everyone will ask you. Any question? If you have, you can write on the chat room. Okay. End of the show. See you.